Okay, so once again, I'm repeating that Lagrange's interpolation formula. So when a set of values are given like this, the values of y for different values of x at x0, x1, etc., xn are given as y0, y1, and yn. So from that, you have to estimate the value of y for any value of x within the range. That means x0 to xn. This process is called interpolation. And the Lagrange's interpolation formula is given like this. So it is a polynomial, let it be f of x. And here, the first term of this polynomial is given by. So where we need to estimate the value of y, so let it be x. Then that in the first term, except this x0, you see the difference of x from all that x values. That means other than x0, from this you start x minus x1, x minus x2, etc., x minus xn divided by here which is missing x0. From that you start, and the numerator what you return the same suffix you have tried. That is x0 minus x1, here x0 minus x2, etc., x0 minus xn into y0. This one should be x0 here. Similarly, in the second term, you should not write this x1 other than every factor you have tried. That means x minus x0 into x minus x2, etc., x minus xn. And here the missing one is x1. Start from this x1 minus x0, x1 minus x2, etc., xn, x1 minus xn. Multiply this corresponding value of y, that's y1. Continue like that till the last term. So this is called Lagrange's interpolation formula. So using this in the last class, we have seen one problem also. That is using Lagrange's interpolation formula, find the value of y at x is equal to 10 from this table. The table given was for different values of x, values of y are given. When x is 5, y is 12. When x is equal to 6, value of y is 13. And when x is equal to that 9, the value of y is 14. Similarly, when x is 11, y is equal to 16. Now from that, the question is estimate the value of y when x is equal to 10. So to use Lagrange's formula, take this one as x0, it is x1, it is x2, it is x3. The corresponding values are marked by y0, y1, y2, y3. First write the formula, that is y of x is given by x minus x1, this one x1, x minus x2, this is x2, x minus x3. So to not start from 5 here. And the denominator, this from the missing part, that is x0 minus x1, x0 minus x2, x0 minus x3. This product ratio is multiplied by y0. This is 12. Like that you continue till you get the last factor. So this is the Lagrange's interpolation formula written. So here to find the value of y at x is equal to 10, how to start means you write 10 minus x1. x1 means this value. So instead of looking this formula, looking the table itself, you can get the value. That is f of 10 is equal to, this is 10 minus 6, 10 minus 9, 10 minus 11. That is the numerator. Denominator is 5 minus 6, 5 minus 9 into 5 minus 11. Multiply this ratio by 12. This is the first term. The second term, that is we need the solution at 10. So write 10 minus 5. Don't write this factor. 10 minus 5, 10 minus 9, 10 minus 11. And the denominator 6 minus 5, 6 minus 9, 6 minus 11 into multiply 13. For the third term, this should be missing there. So where we need the interpolation is at 10. So write 10 minus 5, 10 minus 6, 10 minus 11. The denominator is 9 minus 5, 9 minus 6, 9 minus 11 into multiply 9. This is the third term. Sorry, multiply 14 into y2 here. That is 14. There is a third term. The last term is here need the estimation at 10. So 10 minus 5, 10 minus 6, 10 minus 9. It should be missing there. So the denominator start from this 11 minus 5, 11 minus 6, 11 minus 9. Multiply that ratio by 16. On simplification, we get like this. Use the calculator and find it. And on simplification, see that this value is equal to this 14.6663. So like that, you can estimate the value of y from the given data using Lagrange's interpolation. So this formula used is called Lagrange's interpolation and is useful to estimate the value of the unknown function, right? That means value of the unknown variable, value of the dependent variable y at the particular value of x within the range. So it is asked to estimate at 10. So it is between 5 and 10, 11. It's called interpolation. If it is outside the range, it is called extrapolation. So this is the value of this y at x is equal to 10. So we shall take another example. So this question asked in the last year's exam for 10 marks in your MTech examination. That is, a curve passes through the points 0, 18, 1, 10, 3, minus 18, and 6, 90. The question asked is find the slope of the curve at x is equal to 2. So this question asked for 10 marks in the last year's MTech examination. Here, it is not mentioned which formula you have to use or whether you have to interpolate. Nothing is mentioned. Only asked a curve passes through these 4 points. Find the slope of the curve at y is equal to a point is given. That is at a 2 or something else. It is not visible. Okay, at x is equal to 2. First, you have to find this curve. Finding the curve means you have to find a relation between this x and y. So for that, we use this Langranges interpolation and identify a polynomial for this curve, which satisfy all these 4 points. That means which passes through these 4 points. For that, for convenience, you take this is x0, it is x1, it is x2, it is x3, and corresponding value of y are it is y0, y1, y2, y3. So here it's not asked to that estimate or interpolate. You have not asked to interpolate, but to get the slope of this curve. That means first you have to find what is that curve. For that we estimate or we approximate with a polynomial, that is Lagrange's polynomial. So write the formula for that first. Before that you mention what are this x0, x1, etc. So here x0 is 0, x1 is 1, x2 is 3, x3 is equal to 6. You write like this. Similarly, value of y are this y0 is 18. This should be 18, not 8. And y1 is 10 here, and y2 is minus 18. Y3 is equal to 90. So you have to note that it's not 8, it is 18. Now, once you tabulated like this, you write the formula for this. What is the Lagrange's interpolation? So f of x is equal to, you have to write like this, that is x minus x1 into x minus x2 into x minus x3. Instead of xn, you write the last value of x, that is x3 here. The denominator start from x0 minus x1, x0 minus x2 into x0 minus x3. x0 minus x3, this should be x0, multiply this by y0. Plus similarly, next is x0, x minus x0, x minus x2, x minus x3, divided by the denominator x1 minus x0, x1 minus x2, x1 minus x3. You multiply this one by this y1. You have to note that it is y0 is here 18, this is a mistake, and here also it is not x here, it should be x0. So yeah, next continue like this till you get the last term you have to write. So this is the Lagrange's interpolation. So in the exam first write the formula to be used, that is Lagrange's interpolation formula. What is n you have to note? If it is 4 values are there, this will be x3, that is xn will be x3 here. Right? Now, but the question is not to interpolate here. To find the slope of a curve is asked. So first you have to identify what is that curve. So here we can't replace x by a particular constant. X will be x itself. We need a relation in terms of x and f of x. F of x means y. For that, x will be as itself. Only you replace this other values x1, x2, x0, etc. by the corresponding value. So what we get, this function will be this x minus x1. x1 means 1. So you have to write like this, x minus 1 into x minus 3 into x minus 6. That is the numerator of the first term. The denominator start from missing term. This is 0. 0 minus 1 into 0 minus 3 into 0 minus 6. Multiply this ratio by the corresponding value of y0, that is 18. So you return correctly, it is 18. Plus the second term, this one should be missing. So you have to write, instead of x is not given, where you have to interpolate. So write x minus 0, then x minus 3. Should not write this value, then x minus 6. That's the numerator. Denominator, missing number this one. So 1 minus 0 into 1 minus 3 into 1 minus 6. multiply this ratio by the corresponding value of y1, that is 10. This is the second term. The third term is like that, x minus 0 into x minus 1. This one should not write. Then x1 minus, sorry, x minus 6. So x minus 0, x minus 1 into x minus 6. That's the numerator. In the denominator, here the missing number is 3. So start from this 3 minus 0 into 3 minus 1 into 3 minus 6. That's the denominator. Multiply that ratio by the corresponding value of y2, that is minus 18. That's written here. That's the third term. And last term is start like this, x minus 0, x minus 1 into x minus 3. That's the numerator of the last term. The denominator, the missing number is here 6. Start from this 6 minus 0 into 6 minus 1 into 6 minus 3. Multiply that ratio by 90. That is y3. So this will be the polynomial satisfying this condition. That means satisfying all the 4 points. That means the curve which passes all these 4 points. Now you have to simplify this. But how to simplify here? It is in the form. The numerator of every term is in the form some x plus a into x plus b into x plus c. Whenever a product of this type is given, we can easily expand using a formula you studied earlier. That is x plus a into x plus b into x plus c. When a product of this type is there, in one step we can write the answer as this product will be always equal to, first is x cube plus, then this a plus b plus c into x square. This is the x square term. Then x term is, that is ab plus bc plus ca, that much into x plus product of the constants, that is a, b into c. So like that you can expand. So whenever a product of this type is there, you expand it using this formula. So the first term numerator is in the form x minus 1 into x minus 3 into x minus 6 here. So here a is minus 1, b is minus 3 and c is minus 6. So if you use this formula, what we get is, that is first x cube in the numerator, here it is x cube written, then a plus b plus c, that means minus 1 plus minus 3 plus minus 6, that is minus 10, that much into x square. Then ab plus bc plus c, ab means minus 1 into minus 3, that's plus 3. Then this minus 3 into minus 6, that is plus 18. Then minus 6 into minus 1, that's plus 1. If add it, we get that match is 17x. Then product of these constants, minus 1 into minus 3 into minus 6, that's plus into plus, again minus, you get minus 18. So like that, if you use this formula here, in one step we can simplify this. Hold it by, then this can simplify. The denominator is here minus 1 into minus 3 into minus 6, that is minus 18. Into this constant is there, 8, here 18 is there, right? So this also 8. So these two get cancelled here, right? Next, here also expand it. This is using formula. It is also in the form x minus a into x, sorry, x plus a into x plus b into x plus c. Use the same formula. That will be x cube, then a plus b plus c. That means a is here 0. This is minus 3 plus minus 6. That's minus 9x square. Then ab means it is 0. This minus 3 into minus 6 minus plus 18. And 6 into 0 is 0. So ab plus bc plus ca means we get only 18x. And abc means since this is 0, everything will be 0. So we get only this much. Hold it by. Product of these three numbers simplified, it will be 10 into this 10 here term. Similarly, next term is, here again it is in the form. When you write a polynomial of this type, every term will be of this type, x plus a into x plus b into x plus c. Using the formula, you expand it. First you write x cube, that's for the third term, x cube. Then a plus b plus c, that means minus 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 6, that is minus 7 into x square. Then ab plus bc plus ca. Since 0 into this is 0, and this one into 0, 0. So only this term will get minus 1 into minus 6 is plus 6. That much into x, that's written. Then ABC means since it is 0, this product also 0. Hold it by is the product of these three numbers, we get minus 18, and here also minus 18 is there. That get cancelled. Similarly, last term is product of these three numbers. So x plus a into x plus b into x plus c. The same formula used. First we get x cube, then a plus b plus c means minus 9x square. Then ab plus bc plus ca means only this term will get, that is plus 3x, folded by product of these three numbers is 90 into 90. Here this 18 minus 18, here minus sign only remaining, this get cancelled, here 10, 10 get cancelled, this also get cancelled. So we get this polynomial as, that is minus x cube plus 10x square minus 27x plus 18, because in the denominator it is minus sign was there. So that minus sign, when you multiply, we get this much. Similarly, it is the second term, the third term, fourth term. Now common terms you can add it. This minus x cube plus x cube get cancelled, remaining only one x cube. And sorry, this x cube plus here one more x cube, 2x cube. Then it's 10x square minus 9x square minus 7x square. Add it, we get minus 10x square. And the x term that get cancel everything, then only remaining is constant term. This is f of x. But the question you have to note that it's asked in the last exam not to interpolate, but the question asked is to find the slope of the curve. So this curve you got. Now how to get a slope? Slope means its derivative. So only you differentiate that give the slope of this. So slope means f dash x, the derivative you have to get. What is the derivative of this one? Derivative of x cube is 3x square. So we get 3x square into 2, that is 6x square we get. And this derivative is minus 10 into 2 is minus 20x. This derivative is 0. So this is the slope of the curve. But the question is mentioned, find the slope of the curve at x is equal to 2. So put x is equal to 2, that gives the slope of the curve. That means here x equal to 2 means 2 square is 4 into 6, 24, minus 20 into 2, minus 40. So minus 60 we get. This is the answer for that. So this question, very simple question, asked in last exam for 10 marks. So using Langranges interpolation, if the question is to interpolate, you should know how to do this. Or if the question is of this type, just application type, then also should know how to find the solution for that. Or sometimes they ask only to estimate the value of y for a particular fx. That can directly find. But one more type question they ask sometimes. That shows the next question. That is, sometimes the problem will be of this type. Find the polynomial f of x by using Langranges formula and hence find the value of f of 3. Here they ask you to find f of 3, but directly can't find. If you directly find it, they won't give full mark because question asked is find the Langranges polynomial first. So as in the previous problem, first you have to find that type of curve. After that you put x is equal to 3, right? If you, the question is only find f of 3 means directly can find it. But find the polynomial first means you have to get the polynomial first. So as usual, take this is x0, this one is x1, it is x2, it is x3, it is y0, y1, y2, y3. Shall mark it, these points, x0 is 0, x1 is 1, x2 is 2, x3 is 5. Similarly, y0 is 2, y1 is 3, etc. Write it. Then write the Langranges formula. So this formula must be remembered. I'm not repeating this. Then what we need, it is not asked to find f of 3 directly. If the question is this sentence not there, find f of 3 means directly can write here 3 minus x1. That means 3 minus 1 into 3 minus 2 into 3 minus 5 divided by 0 minus 1 into 0 minus 2 into 0 minus 5 into 2. Like that in one step you can finish the problem. But the question find the polynomial means first replace, keep this x as itself. After getting the relation in simpler form, then you have to substitute value of x there. That means for x is equal to 3 you have to put. So first substitute it, x1, x2, x3. From that you can get it. But don't see this formula and compare and write the answer. You directly write that, see the table and write it. How to write here the numerator of the first term? That is x minus 1 into x minus 2 into x minus 5. There's a numerator. The denominator 0 minus 1 into 0 minus 2 into 0 minus 5. Multiply this ratio by this y0, that is 2. This is the first term. The second term, it is, you should not write. So write x minus 0 into x minus 2 into x minus 5. The denominator for the second term, from the second term you have to start 1 minus 0, 1 minus 2 into 1 minus 5. Multiply this ratio by 3. That is the second term. For the third term, this should be missing the numerator and the denominator it must start from this number. So I'll write x minus 0 into x minus 1 into x minus 5. The denominator 2 minus 0, 2 minus 1 into 2 minus 5. Multiply this ratio by 12. That will be the third term, right? So don't see this formula and just copy it. It's time consuming if you do like that. Directly write the table and write it. So the last term will be x minus 0 into x minus 1 into x minus 2. That is the numerator. In the denominator, 5 minus 0 into 5 minus 1 into 5 minus 2. Multiply this one by 147. Now, as I told in the previous case, if it is in the form x plus a into x plus b into x plus c, how to expand? You should remember that is x plus a into x plus b into x plus b is first x cube, then a plus b plus c into x squared, then ab plus bc plus ca into x plus abc. If you write like this in one step, you can finish. So we get this equation there, right? So you compare with the previous problem and write it. It's already simplified. Then just add it. On simplification, we see that this will be x cubed plus x squared minus x plus 2. But how to add it here? In the previous case, all this constant that cancelled, easily got it. But here, it won't cancel here. So what to do means, first from this equation, the first term contains x cubed. So add all the first term. That is here 2 by minus 10 is there. So we get it's minus 5. So x cubed by minus 10 here. This 3 by 4 into x cube. Here 12 by minus 6 means minus 2 into x cube. Here x cube is there 147 by 60 into x cube. So that term you have to add it. If you add it, we get that constant becomes 1 only. If I add it, it is x cube. Similarly, x square terms. Here minus 8x squared by minus 10 into this 2 is there. This is 2 common for everything. And here minus 7x squared by 4 into 3. And here minus 6x squared by minus 6 into 12. Minus 3x squared minus 60 into 147. If you add all this, we get x squared. Like that, add all the terms, we get this polynomial. So this is the Langranges interpolation polynomial for that data. After that, question asked you to find f of 3. So don't directly find f of 3 as you see in the first problem. If the question is only interpolate means we can use it. The question find the polynomial means first you have to get the polynomial, then you have to get the answer. Then only will be given the full mark. Otherwise, only they give only 50% of the mark, the entire mark. If it is asked for 10 marks, they ask only give 5 marks if you directly write it. First get this polynomial, then find f of 3. So f of 3 is put x is equal to 3, it gives 35. Right. So like that, you try to solve some more problems, that is using Langranges interpolation formula. So first question, we are given to find the value of f of 9, and here the answer is given. Check that answer will be equal to 810 for the first problem. The direct question. Here, no need of finding the polynomial. Ask you to find the value at f of 9 means you start like this in the numerator. It is 9 minus 7 into 9 minus 11 into 9 minus 13 into 9 minus 17. There's the numerator. Denominator 5 minus 7 into 5 minus 11 into 5 minus 13 into 5 minus 17 into 150. That's the first term. Like that, continue like this, add all this. Finally, we get this is 810, right? So when it is asked at 10 marks means that much work it takes, right? You have to practice in advance. In the exam hall, if you start, it may take almost all the time of this entire 3 hours. So don't keep it to do the problem in the exam hall. Before that, try all this type of problems, right? Similarly, sixth problem is here the question asked is not to interpolate, but it's asking another way. Find the missing number in the following table using Langranges interpolation. So what do you mean by that? Here the values of x and y are given. When x is 0, y is 1. When x is 1, y is 3. When x is 2, y is 9. And when x is 4, y is 81. This missing means I need the value of y when x is equal to 3. So this is not required here. It is missing. Finding a missing term means from this table you remove this number. Find the value of 3. That's all. Is the meaning of this. Find the value of y when x is equal to 3. So you take this x0, x1, x2, and this x3. This y0, y1, y2, and y3. There directly write, replace x by 3. 3 minus 0, the first term, 3 minus 1 into 3 minus 2 into 3 minus 4 divided by 0 minus 1, 0 minus 2 into 0 minus 4, multiply first by 1. Continue like that. If add it, answer will be 31. Similarly, one more problem is given here to estimate the population or profit. What is that? Okay, profit in the year 2020 from the following table. Just similar to the previous problem, and try to do this. So this is what the third model. So it is completed every portions the topic given in this model. So everything is completed here. So we completed first model and third model, right? Now 7 minutes remaining, so I'll give an introduction to this second model, right? So that is also some numerical method, easy method, but in the second model there are two concepts. One is solving algebraic and transcendental equations. Another concept is linear programming problem and sensitive analysis. So there are two concepts here. Enter different chapters, but given in this model. So first you shall see the first part. What is that? Means solution of algebraic and transcendental equations. So before that, take all these problems and try to solve this. So in this model, what is covered, you have to remember, there are three concepts here. One is solution of initial value problems using RK method, Euler's modified method, etc. I've studied. Second mode is numerical integration. Third is interpolation, right? This is the second model. Now going to the second model. The previous one is third model completed. That is solution of algebraic and transcendental equations and linear programming. And one more concept is the continuation of linear programming is sensitive analysis. These are the topics you have to cover in this model. There, the first concept is solution of algebraic and transcendental equation. So first let us see what you mean by algebraic equation or transcendental equation. Then we shall see what in by solution for that. Say, when an expression is written like this, it is in terms of x. So there is a relation between x and y. Instead of y, we write it as f of x also. F of x is equal to some a naught, a1, etc. a n are constants. So right, a naught into x to the power n plus a1 into x to the power n minus 1 plus etc. Last term is a n. The power of x is decreasing by 1, and all this a naught, a1, all these are constants. And n is positive integer. N is not that rational number. It is a integer. An expression of this type, it is called, always when an expression of this type is got, it's a polynomial of degree n. The particular case of polynomial is when n is equal to 1, it is called a straight line or linear equation. Linear equation is straight line. When n is equal to 2, it is called quadratic equation or a parabola. Any curve of this type, like a dish-shaped curve, it is called parabola. When a dish-shaped curve is given, it is nothing but a polynomial with a degree 2. When the power of when the value of n is equal to 3, it is called third degree polynomial. Like that, when it is greater than this 3, it's called nth order polynomial. When you equate this one to 0, it may be polynomial or anything. When it is equal to 0, first you shall see when it is equal to 0, then this is called an algebraic equation. So algebraic equation is the left hand side, there is a polynomial of this type with any degree, and here right hand side is 0. Then it is called an algebraic equation. And algebraic equation of degree n. Instead of this polynomial, if it contains any other function, it may be trigonometric, it may be logarithm, it may be exponential, whatever the function other than this polynomial, then it is called transcendental equation. Actually, finding the solution of this type of equation means we have to find the value of x, for which if you put the value of x in the left hand side, it must equal to 0. That value of x which satisfies the equation, that is called root of the equation. Suppose that m is the value of x, for which when you put x is equal to m here, it will become 0. Then m is called root of that equation. For example, equation will be like this: sin x plus cos x plus tan x is equal to 0. One relation is given. We don't know whether it has solution or not, but a relation